Greetings viewers and welcome back to my channel where gaming and my specialty. And today we're adding another video to the random battle mashup series. First, let's look at our opponent's stands, which are both sure to bring a flamboyant flair to this battle. First off, we have the mysterious yet dangerous stand that is sure to get your blood a-pumping, and the boiling. The stand that belongs to N.k Speed King. And for our other opponent, his stand is the pure representation of his fiery passion and flaming fury. The stand that belongs to Muhammad Avdol, Magician's Red. Now for this video, I'll be giving a brief description of both of the stand's abilities, and I'll also be seeing which one will be best to have in real life, and which one will win in a fight. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. So first off, let's talk about Magician's Red. Magician's Red is a close-range power type stand that has the power to freely emit and manipulate fire. Now the flames that Magician's Red can conjure up are not ordinary flames, and they can be manipulated freely by Avdol. He can reflect his flames in mid-air and give them any shape. He can also control how intense their destructive power is. Magician's Red was shown to be a very fearsome and powerful stand with a bundle of flaming tricks up his sleeve, such as his Crossfire Hurricane, which is basically just a flaming projectile, Crossfire Hurricane Special, which is just a multiple split flaming projectile similar to the Crossfire Hurricane, and his Red Bind, which is basically just a flaming rope that allows Avdol to bind his enemies into a trap. And last but not least, his Life Detector Chandelier, which allows Avdol to detect any life within a 15-meter radius. But yeah, that's all for Magician's Red. Now let's move on to Speed King's abilities. So Speed King is a close range stand with average physical strength and power. However, the real danger comes not within his physical power, but with his heat power. Speed King possesses the ability to freely store and transfer heat within a 10-centimeter radius. He can store heat within miscellaneous objects such as paper money and even particular spots on the human body. Once an object has had heat stored upon it, it can travel farther away from N.k and still be affected. Now Speed King can also transfer heat via touch. For example, Speed King stores heat within objects, and then someone else touches that object, and then that heat gets funneled through their blood vessels and buoys the blood inside of them, thus either killing them or rendering them unconscious. That's all for Speed King's abilities. Now let's talk about which stand would be best to have in real life. So if you had a choice to either have Magician's Red or Speed King as a stand, which one would you pick? Well, me personally, I would want Speed King as my stand due to the fact that his stand power will be easy to manipulate and control other than Magician's Red's flames, which would take a lot more calculating and quick combat skills. Plus, if you wish to use his flames with safety and efficiency, you would have to be in a wide open area to use the stand's power to its fullest, while also making sure you or your allies don't get burned. But yeah, now let's talk about which stand will win in a fight. So if these two stand users were to meet and fight to the death, who would come out victorious? Well, I think that Avdol's Magician's Red would win, and here's why. First off, Magician's Red is definitely going to beat Speed King in a hand-to-hand combat fight. I believe this because it was shown during part 3 of the JoJo series that Magician's Red has great physical abilities and fairly good speed as well. Magician's Red was easily able to shatter a piece of Judgment's armor off with just one kick, and it was also able to keep up with Polar Silver Chariot's speed, even when he popped its armor off and was using his Shadow Clone technique. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that in physical strength, Magician's Red got Speed King beat. Furthermore, Magician's Red has a much better range for his attacking. But as I said before, Speed King, to store heat on objects, he has to be within 10 centimeters. Also, if he wants to store heat on someone's body, he has to get very, very close to them, to the point of almost touching them. As shown when he stored heat into Yasuo and his father. Now, however, it didn't kill them, but if he wanted to, he very well could have. So if these two are going to fight in battle, Avdol is a very cool and collective type stand user who always tries to analyze the battle before going head first. Kind of similar to Jobin as well, but Jobin kind of has to go in close quarters to either use his rush attack or to actually try and store heat upon someone physically. I don't think Avdol would try to get into a close range hand-to-hand combat fight with a stand user without even at least getting a glimpse of their stand. Whereas Jobin Speed King doesn't really have a choice. The only type of range ability he has is if he stores heat on an object and somehow gets Avdol to make contact with it. That's the only way I can really see Jobin winning anyway, is that if he somehow manages to store heat on an object and then get Avdol to touch it. Like for example, if he stores heat on a rock or a coin or something, somehow flings it at Avdol, and then if Avdol accidentally touches it, the heat will automatically be transferred into Avdol's body, thus boiling the blood inside of him and end up killing him. So to simplify it, I really think that Magician's Red would win this battle, not only because of his range and fire capabilities, but also due to the fact that he has great hand-to-hand combat abilities, whereas Speed King kind of has to get close if he wants to effectively use his heat storage ability. But yeah, that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.